This cocktail is a firecracker. Do you want a smoother firecracker? No, you want it explosive. And that's exactly what the Trinidad Sour is. I don't want to overstate my qualifications here, but as I understand it, there comes a time in every art form where things get a little avant-garde. Somebody tries to do something in just a radically new way. And the Trinidad Sour is one of those times. It's like dollies melting clocks and like elephants on stilts. But it's so completely different from every other cocktail in the canon that it just kind of deserves its own category. So let's backtrack for just a moment. What are bitters? So bitters, as it traditionally is made, were medicine. That bitter herbs and roots were medicinal, and so you would want to take them for an upset stomach or a parasite or whatever it might have been, and the best way to do that is to infuse them into alcohol. So Angostura is legally classified as a non-potable bitter, even though it's 44.7% alcohol. I believe minors can buy them because they're classified as something that nobody would ever drink any quantity of. Not so, said Giuseppe Gonzalez in 2008. He was working at a bar called Clover Club in Brooklyn. Still there, it's a great bar. And he had this just idea, because Angostura is 44.7%, and he says, what if we made a drink that's Angostura Bitters based? How would that go? And how that would go is the Trinidad Sour, because as it turns out, it's amazing. Now, had this been just an amusing curiosity that was on a menu for a season, it would have been that, and then it would have died. But this drink is so good and so kind of shocking to the mixological sensibilities of bartenders that it has traveled the world. So let's make one. So the first thing we start with is the least expensive ingredient, as always, which is citrus. We're gonna do fresh lemon juice, and we are going to use 3/4 of 1 ounce. This is gonna provide the acidity that makes it refreshing. Next is the orgeat. It's O-R-G-E-A-T. It's orgeat, but it's pronounced orgeat. It's made of almonds, some orange flower water, some sugar. You can make orgeat yourself. Recipes are as easy as almond milk and sugar, and as difficult as blanching, roasting almonds, and then infusing them with water. There's a number of brands. I like Giffard, I like Small Hand Foods, I like Liquid Alchemist. There's a lot of great brands. And no matter what you use, you're going to use 1 ounce of it. Next, the rye whiskey, which we're using the least of. It's only a 1/2 ounce. We're using this as kind of a backbone for the drink. It gives it kind of a grainy presence and it helps dry it out, especially on the finish. And there's only a 1/2 ounce here. And finally, star of the show, Angostura Bitters, as mentioned, used normally a couple dashes in a Manhattan, in an old fashioned. That's a sane amount of Angostura Bitters. This uses 1.5 ounces, a thoroughly insane amount of Angostura Bitters. Usually comes with a dasher top, you just pop that guy right off. Next, we're gonna add ice, we're gonna shake it up. This drink is served stemmed glass, a little coupe. And then we strain off the ice into a stemmed glass. Finally, we're gonna garnish it with a lemon peel. Give some bright, fresh citrus aromatics right on top. It's the Trinidad Sour. Let's give it a shot. Oh my God. I haven't had one of these in a while. It's still shocking. Look at the color. I mean, it's just totally out of left field. This cocktail's insane. It's nowhere near as bitter as you would imagine, although it is admittedly robustly bitter. And it's really good. The orgeat, it makes it tropical. So the orgeat is this kind of almond presence with the heavy, heavy, heavy cinnamon note of the Angostura. It combines to make it almost a tropical cocktail. So I wouldn't classify this as a tropical cocktail. It's just, you wouldn't classify it anywhere. It's in its own weird category, but it's just absolutely delicious and fascinating.